Hello, everybody. Welcome to Drive Thru. I'm your host, Tony T, as we broadcast live here on Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place YouTube channel and throughout social media. We'll get you out here well before the top of the hour. Give you guys enough time to get those bets in for the primetime games. That's what we do here on the Drive Thru, Monday through Friday here at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. It's our live free sports picks for the games beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and later. And to deliver those winners are professional handicappers over at Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place. Let's take a look at who's on the show for today. Full boat today. Jay Briggs with us. James Clark, David Racey, Brian Bitler, Al Ninos, Jovan Burts, Zawacky, and Brad Francis. Here's how they'll line up for this evening. We've got Bitler, Clark, Briggs, Francis, Burts, Ninos, Racey, Zawacky, and then I will close this one out. Full boat, but a limited card tonight. We got 6 from the NBA, 5 from NHL, as well as a CBI. If you didn't get the time change, they moved some of these games around, so we do have a time game tonight in the CBI. Milwaukee and Charlotte is the late game tonight, so let's get this one underway. Let's go ahead and welcome in Brian Bitler. We'll catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. I think we're ready to roll here with Brian tonight. Here, bring him in right now. Brian, how's it going?
I tell you what, not too bad. Going for 4 straight winning nights, even though this card's small. There's a few gems out there, especially NBA and NHL. Really didn't see any CBI games I like today, but this week's setting up for a big week. I'm excited for tonight and the rest of the week as well.
All right, indeed.
A little discombobulated.
Discombobulated, but we're going to the NHL tonight. Late night action. LA Kings home to the Flames. Of course, the Kings trying to battle for that top spot in the Pacific Division with the Vegas Kings, and it's a minus 110 both sides, total of 6.
I'll tell you what, guys, you have to bear with me a little bit. Lost my write-up for this game, but I absolutely love the LA Kings tonight. 7-1-2 over the last 10 games, playing very solid hockey. Calgary Flames, though, they're one of my favorite teams in the NHL, but they're kind of flaming out. 4-3-3 over the last 10 games. Only thing that worries me a little bit, revenge factor. The Flames lost to the Kings back in December 23rd. They lost a close one. But to me, the Kings are far and away playing the better hockey. They're 8-1 last 9 versus the Pacific. They've also won 8 of their last 10 home games. If you look at the Calgary Flamers, just 2-5 on a Monday, and they're 7-19 after scoring 5 goals or more in their previous game. So for me, this juice is really light, getting the better team, the LA Kings, at home on the money line.
All right, we got Brian here on LA Kings, the money line here, and this one here is going to go ahead and lay it's minus 110 both sides here. It's a pretty low number here on the Kings, so you kind of scratch your head wondering here because the Kings played Vancouver that late night Saturday game to a loss in the shootout. But one thing you're going to drop some games here and there. But one thing to note here with this Kings team is, of course, the goaltending. Right, they completely different starter and backup than they had to start the season when they had all their problems defensively. It was not a well-oiled machine in the beginning, but they've really gotten better at towards the end of the season here. Getting some solid goaltending. You look over their past 5 games, giving up just 2 goals a game, and they very rarely given up more than 3 goals a game. Defensively, they've been solid.
Yeah, definitely. The Kings are improving in goals allowed per game. Right now, actually, Calgary Flames are a bit ahead of them, but I think by the end of the season, the Kings will catch up to them in that ranking. Right now, Kings giving up 3.2 goals per game. I think this one's going to be a 3-2 close game, but at this price, it almost seems like they're suckering me into the Kings. But I can't help it. I'm going to bite on this one because the home record 22-9-4. I mean, I think it's a solid play taking the LA Kings at home.
LA Kings minus 110 here against the Calgary Flames. This one to have a start time. Late night action, 10:40 Eastern time. All right, Brian, let's go over at Pick Dogs for nice action. Of course, as we said, 6 on the board, NBA, 5 hockey. We got 1 CBI in the prime time. Was a time change, so check it out, Milwaukee, Charlotte. All right, what do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
I'll tell you what, it's rare that I only do 1 premium pick, but it is my titanium play. I've hit going for 4 straight best bet winners tonight. 40 and 28, 59% over the last 68. And then long term, last 218 $15 titanium plays, 127 and 91. That's a 58% hit rate. Get on over to pickdogs.com. Get my NBA titanium tonight. Definitely the best play on the board. Or pick up a 3-day pass with one of the red hot handicappers. I know Al Ninos at the top of the 7-day board. It's going to be a huge week, so make sure you're getting on board one of these quality handicappers here tonight.
That's right, guys. Get on board here with Brian Bitler over at Pick Dogs. Premium Titanium wager up there. Remember, the long-term pass, that 7-day pass will get you all the way through the Final Four round, right? They'll get you to the weekend. Pick is a checkout. You'll save 15% out. 7-day pass. Get all of Brian's premium plays, NHL, NBA, and, of course, college basketball, all the minor tournaments, as well as the round of 16, round of 8. You'll be covered there. All right, Brian, as always, great having you on the show. Have yourself a great evening, and we'll catch up with you again on Friday.
Hopefully by Friday I'm still streaking. I lost my futures play on Marquette, but you know what? I had fun this weekend. Definitely great games, and Marquette, they deserve to lose, but I'm not too upset about it. Been a great tournament so far. I'll catch you at the end of the week, Tone.
Catch you in the week. Brian Bitler here on the drive through. Let's continue on here on our show. Let's welcome in James Clark. You'll catch him over at Pick Dog Spring. We'll bring in James right now. He's been great to us over the years here on the show, especially with the NBA. He compiled the first few years on the site. He's compiled a very good record in the NBA. We'll bring him in right now. Still lots of NBA to go. Of course, James, we've seen you in the past really make up great ground in the postseason.
Yeah, Tony, usually strive when the postseason hits, but the last 90 days here in the NBA, I've really picked it up and turned my season around to back to plus money. So let's keep it rolling tonight.
Let's keep it rolling tonight as James making another fierce run here in the NBA. So you want to catch the wave here tonight, 9 Eastern time. Jazz here to host the Kings. The Kings taking up now 6.5, total 238.5.
Guys, you look at these two teams. Look at this Kings going for 4 straight in a row, and I think they do. This Kings team has been playing really good, and look at this Jazz team. They started the season real hot, but these injuries have killed them here. Clarkson out, Sexton out, Larkin out. When you got your top 3 scorers out, it's hard to win, and especially with the red hot Kings teams coming in, playing real good together. I hate to see this team, whoever they draw in the first round here in the playoffs. This Kings team got some good talent, and I think they win tonight. I think they cover just 6.5 pretty easy.
All right, we got James here on the Kings. Lay the 6.5 here against the Utah Jazz. The Jazz, the home team, of course, the Kings playing well. Injury report here, it's a big one here for Utah, right? Missing Clarkson, missing Sexton, missing Markkanen. Wetter and Lyle still questionable here for the Kings, but you're looking at Fox, Barnes, Murray, and Sabonis here in your starting lineup. Wetter is the shooting guard, not the point guard. The big guy there with the Kings, James, is that Darren Fox.
Yeah, Darren Fox, he's tore it up all year here. He's come to be a superstar, leader of this team. But you can't forget, he's got some good players around him. Sabonis a double-double all the time. He's a double-double machine, if you know. The other night he had about 17 rebounds and 25 points. So, his team's got some shooters around Fox. And Fox is when it's crunch time, it's time to give him the ball. He usually steps up and knocks it down, or a big layup, or a pass. You can sit and talk about Fox all day.
Oh, yeah, that's right. No doubt. Of course, Utah get that win against Boston, and Boston was in a bad spot. Remember that day? There was an interesting game here. Boston on the back-to-back, and the Jazz had about 4 days rest in that one, right?
Yeah, a big win there against Boston, but Boston's been everybody wants a piece of Boston. The Knicks double overtime. Boston's been in a lot of back-to-backs here lately on a big long stretch, back-to-backs, and Jazz caught them at the right time to get a big win there. But I think tonight, there's just too many injuries. You young guys for the Jazz are going to get to play. They're going to step up. I think it'll be close to first half. Maybe into the third quarter being close, but I see late in this game, I see, the Kings just pulling away, man. There's too much offense, and Jazz ain't going to have enough to keep up with them.
All right, James here. Kings minus 6.5 here against the Jazz. This one down with start time here at 9 p.m. Eastern time. All right, James, let's go over at Pick Dog for tonight's action. Of course, as you know, James, now in the plus in the NBA, we have 6 games on the board from the NBA. We do have a CBI in prime time. What do you have going over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Guys, I got a 3-pack in the NBA, 3 plays that I really love. Coming off a tough one yesterday, winning almost a winning day. I got a late technical, got a push, but that's all right. We jump into the next day. Look to go 3-0 today, guys, with these 3 plays that, like I said, that I really like. Been really hot the last 90 days in the NBA. Jump on the site and look. I'm like plus 1,500, 1,600 in the NBA. in the last 90 days. I'm going to keep it rolling today. Like I said, with 3-0 pack. And you get that. Like I say, every time I'm on the show, we got the best cappers in the world, and we do by far. So team me up with any of these great cappers, and we'll put some money in your pockets, fellas.
That's right, guys. You got to work. James Clark over at Pick.com. He's got his 3-pack tonight in the NBA, or get the long-term pass, 7 days, get your NCAA tournament all the way through Sunday until they whittle this tournament down to 4 teams. Pick is the promo code to save your 15% off. All right, James, as always, great having you on the show. Keep that great success. We'll catch up with you again on your next appearance, Friday, if not sooner. But we can always catch you. I know you have an appearance coming up on the Jam session with Jay.
Yeah, guys, check me out tomorrow. I'll be with Jay on a jam session. Talk some NBA. I watched him the last few shows, man. Looks like him. The guys have fun on the show, talking to NBA, and I always like NBA, so I'm going to talk a little bit about the NBA. Got my future still in the college here, plus 5,000 on Arkansas. Big money here, big money. They look tough, so let's go Razorbacks.
They're looking like they should have looked to start the season. That's don't be fooled by that seeding. It was a horrible start, and injury plagued the start of the season for them, and they struggled, but they're really catching it now at the end. All right, James, have a great show tomorrow on the Jam session. We'll catch up with you again Friday, or if not sooner. All
righty, appreciate you. Appreciate you on the show. Let me be on the show, Tony. Let's catch some tickets tonight, guys, and good luck to everybody.
Good luck to everyone in need. James Clark here on the drive-thru. Let's continue on, guys. If you miss a pick, we're going to recap at the end of the show. Let's continue on here on the drive-thru. We'll bring up James. Talk to James. Time to bring in Jay Briggs. Catch him over at Pick Dogs Prim. Jam session live here on the Pick Dogs channel, 4 p.m. Eastern time. Catch his video on demand here with the Jam session in the mornings. As it's dropped in the morning here. So you get a lot of Jay here on the Pick Dogs channel. Hope you guys are checking him out. Let's bring him in right now. I think we're ready to roll. Jay, what's happening?
What's going on, Tony T? How you doing today?
Doing great. All right, here we go tonight to this red hot 76ers. Boy, this team has been flexing some muscle here. They're at home against the Bulls. The Sixers 8.5, total 226.
Yes, sir, Tony. Sixers are absolutely in that mode, man. They've won 7 straight and look like they're going to go for 8. And I do think they go for 8 wins today. I like them to get their 8th straight win. But I'm going to be honest. I think 8.5 is a bit too many points. I'm going to lean on the Chicago Bulls plus the 8.5. The Sixers have been playing great. I know, like we just discussed, but don't look too far, man. The Bulls have played themselves back into play-in. They've now won 4 of their last 5, including 2 of their last 2 on the road. Went into Denver and beat a really good Denver Nuggets team, a team that only had 4 losses at home at that point of the season. They went in there and hammered them, 117-96. The next one they beat up on the Rockets, 119-111. We've already seen this Bulls team beat the Sixers team once this season in Philadelphia. Score now one was 126-112. I don't think they pull off the upset, but I do think they can keep this one competitive within the number. They're right there. It's still in the fight and the play-in. Like I said, they just played their way back in. They're currently in the 10th spot in the Eastern Conference with still a lot to play for. I think they still put their best foot forward and can cover this line. I think the Sixers might be due for a little flat spot, at least ATS.
All right. All right, we got the Jays here. Bulls plus 8.5 here against the Sixers. With the Bulls, it's kind of weird. This team is a team, when they hit their threes, they're dangerous, but when they don't hit their threes, they're vulnerable. And right now on the road, they've been hitting their threes. It's something I've been checking with this team, because really everything is with this team is about their three-point shooting.
Yeah, they are a streaky team. They got guys that can get hot, but they got guys that can also be volume shooters and miss at volume. So, they're kind of a team that's living and dying by the 3. I like the way they've been shooting it recently, so hopefully they can keep it rolling tonight in Philly.
All right, Bulls plus 8.5 here against the Sixers. This one have a start time here of 7 Eastern time. All right, Jay, let's take a look over at Pick Dodge for tonight's action. We have 6 on the board here from the NBA. We got 5 on the NHL. We do have that CBI in prime time tonight. What do you have going over at Pick Dodge Premium?
Yes, sir, Tony. I went lighter today on this Monday. I have 1 play in the NBA, my $15 NBA Jam Session play, man. Y'all can scoop that up over at Pick Dogs Premium. Had a nice winner yesterday. Want to keep that momentum rolling forward into today. I'm also active on the ice tonight. I got my NHL Money on Ice play, my favorite play on the ice tonight. So I got to scoop that up over there at Pick Dogs Premium as well, or hop on a long term, or pair me up with one of these other handicappers on the 2-for-1 capper special, man. Greatest time to be alive. Still in the middle of March Madness. hop on one of those and let's continue making money here at Pick Dogs.
That's right. You make money with Jay Briggs over at Pick Dogs. Got his jam session, $15. These are credit guarantee plays. One-day passes must turn a profit. With the amount you purchase is credit back to your account for site credits. That's profit guarantee. That 7-day pass gets you Jay's premium plays for 7 days all the way until they whittle this tournament, NCAA tournament, down to 4 teams. All right, Jay, just as breaking right now, looks like Irving is in the lineup tonight here for Dallas.
Yes, sir. I had a feeling my guy would play tonight. I love what we seen from my Mavs in that last one. Kyrie, he's one of the greatest ball handlers I've seen, maybe one of the greatest ever. And drove that double team, kicked that out to Kleber for the game winner. That momentum might carry over in Memphis tonight. Wouldn't be surprised if my Mavs pull that one out, Tony.
Yeah, we're seeing some fours in the marketplace right now. Line is steaming down here. Of course, we're still waiting the word on Jackson, the defender there for Memphis.
Yep, Jaren Jackson's still questionable. He's a huge piece. It's probably their best player on the team with John Morant still out. So that's a huge question mark still for the Grizzlies.
No doubt about that. All right, Jay. Of course, everybody know about your live show, the NBA live here on the channel. Also, your jam session as you record the entire card here in the morning for everybody.
Yes, sir. Y'all can catch me in the morning as I run through the card. I try to get ahead of some of the news that comes out during the day. Then I come on later, 3 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Eastern, as I bring on a guest usually. So I had 2. I had my guy Al Ninos and Wayne Scott. Really great show today. We cooked it up. Tomorrow, I have my guy James Clark, who was just on before me, man. So y'all come tune in with us tomorrow. I got my guy James making his debut. And then on Wednesday, I think I got my guy Brad coming in. Brad Francis will be on there on Wednesday. So 2 back-to-back debuts on the jam session, man. Check us out this week as we try to cook up this NBA.
That's right,
More
guys.
will be coming soon.
Oh, yeah, more guys. I'll be debuting. We've got everybody going to be ready to roll on the jam session. So we're getting ready here. The stretch run in the NBA, I think a month from now we'll be in the playoffs. Or maybe the play-in round. I have to look at the schedule because I think we might be in the play-in round a month from now. So it finishes quickly. All right, Jay, have a great show tomorrow. Continue success. We'll catch up with you again tomorrow.
Yes, sir. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Let's make some money tonight, fellas.
Indeed. Jay Briggs here on the drive. So let's continue on. Guys, you just joined us. A lot of people signed in right now. If you miss a pick, we're going to recap at the end of the show. So make sure you stay tuned for that. Let's continue on here on the drive-through. I think let's see who we have up next as we will bring in Brad Francis. You'll catch him over at Pick Dodge Pin. We'll be on the jam session soon with Jay Briggs as well. And, of course, you can catch him with that UFC show with Mills. Bring him right now. Brad, what's happening?
Hey, what's up, Tony? How are we doing today?
Everything's going great. We go to the ice tonight at 9 Eastern time. Avalanche here to host the Blackhawks. Big line with the Avs, total of 6.
Yeah, no, I'm going to roll with the Avs. I'm going to roll with them on the puck line. I mean, typically I don't take teams on the puck line, but these teams are just headed in completely different directions. The Avs, they've won 5 games in a row and are one of the hottest teams in hockey right now. With the Blackhawks making those big moves during the trade deadline, it shows that they're just in complete rebuild mode. And for that reason, I'll be looking to fade them all season, for the rest of the season, to say the least. And another reason I love this matchup is just the Avs have been playing very good on the defensive end. The Blackhawks, they struggle scoring the puck, so I could see this being a shutout or the Blackhawks having a one-score type game. The Avs, they've averaged 5 goals in their last 5 games, so I just think this is going to be a tough matchup for Chicago to keep up, just with how well the Avs have been playing defense. And, of course, we know the Avs still do have potential on offense to run the score up. So it's a little juicy, but Avs puck line I feel like is a safe play tonight.
All right, we got Brad here going on the puck line here. If the Avalanche laid the puck in half, minus 165 here against the Blackhawks. This is the Chicago Blackhawks team that's at 10-24 straight up and to the spread, to the puck line on the road. This is a team that you really just can't trust in these type of road spots at all.
Yeah, no. I mean, this is probably the biggest mismatch on the NHL card today. So, like I said, it's a little juicy. I think it could be a good parlay piece if you're into parlays, but I feel like this is a safe bet here.
Yeah, Colorado getting things together here. 5 straight wins. People were worried about the Avs. Well, not now. And a lot of this were on the road too in Canada, and so tough. They're getting back into strong form here. Although it's always that tricky spot though when you play a first game after a home game, but they will have a day's rest coming in.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's still the Blackhawks at the end of the day, and they're just not in good form. So I think no matter what, we should be good.
That's right. Here we go with Brad on Avalanche puck line. Lay the puck in half. Minus 165 against the Blackhawks. This way they have a start time, 9 p.m. Eastern time. All right, Brad, let's take a look over at Pick Dog for tonight's action. As we said, we do have 6 on the board NBA, 5 hockey. We do have a CBI, a time change. They're going to put one in prime time tonight. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, I got my best play in the NBA, my 5-star NBA premium pick. Kind of woke up today, no college basketball, went through some withdrawals, not going to lie. But, we got a solid NBA slate today. There's a few games I liked, but I narrowed it down to my best play. So check that out, pickdogs.com. But, as we get later in the week, once college basketball starts back up, I'll be having some more plays. So be sure to check out a long-term pass when that gets going.
That's right, guys. Got to go with Brad Francis over at Pick Dogs. He does have his $15 premium up there tonight. Of course, the long-term pass will let you roll that 7-day pass, get you all the way until they whittle it down to 4 teams, including all his NBA, NHL through Sunday. So great value there. Pick is the promo code. You'll save 15% off. Right, Brad? As always, great having you on the show. To that success, we'll catch you in. I know you're doing a show with Jay here during the week on the jam session, but of course, you and Mills get together with your UFC shows.
Yes, sir. Yeah, it's pretty pumped to get on Jay's show there this Wednesday. Talk some NBA. Excited for that. And then, we got another UFC card. The UFC just keeps pumping them out. So this Saturday, another fun card. So, like usual, Thursday, Saturday, we'll give you an update later in the week what day that would be for the MMA show.
All right, guys, stay tuned for the update. Don't forget to like, subscribe, set notifications. When Brad and Mills are on, you're live with them. Get the plays in real time to get the best numbers. Right, Brad? Have a great rest of the week. We'll catch up again on Friday.
All right. Thank you, Tony. Good luck tonight.
You got it. Brad Francis here on the drive-thru. Reminder, guys, when a lot of people sign in, you miss a pick, we are going to recap at the end of the show. Hey, those likes, keep those likes, those thumbs up coming in. It really helps us out. Let's continue next on the drive-thru. Up to Jovan Burts. He's up next. Catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. Fantastic numbers. Again, Jovan has produced here at Pick Dogs in his time with top of the leaderboards here for the year. We'll bring him in right now. I think the parlay video should be coming up here shortly as well, if not already. Let's see if we can bring in Jovan Burts right now. Ready to roll with Jovan. Jovan, what's the word?
Hey, what's going on, Tony? How are you?
Everything's great. All right, here we go tonight. Hornets home to the Pacers. The Pacers now have moved up to 2-point favorites, total 234.5.
Yeah, and I'm on the Hornets in this one. Surprisingly. This is just a bad team. We all know that. 22-50 on the season, 11-24 straight up at home. And, they lose the 4 straight, including a 40-piece against the Sixers. But the Sixers been smacking teams up, every which way. So, you can't take that, it's just a better team versus a bad team. That's bound to happen. But I think in this one, since they got beat up like that by a good 39 points, I think that they showed something. The Pacers team, who, let's face it, they're not a good team as well. They're on the road. They could be taking the Hornets lightly. And I see a path to, at least a cover, if not an outright win in this one. Just keep in mind, this is the same Hornets team that, just knocked off a few games ago, 5, 6 games ago. They knocked off the Knicks at Madison Square Garden. So, these things happen from time to time, even with the bad teams. You just got to pick your spots, and I'm picking a spot right now with the Hornets. So give me the Hornets plus the points.
Yeah, you're getting +2 there with the Hornets. That's the play here from Jovan here in this one here between the Hornets and the Indiana Pacers. We have updates here for you right now on the injuries. This is what we were waiting for, because it was a laundry list here for the Indiana Pacers, and we can now confirm here that it will be Duarte and Halliburton out. Nembhard will be in here for the Pacers. You got healed. Nesmith will be in. So Duarte, Halliburton out. Martin Williams on the other end here for Charlotte. But Halliburton is really the key piece, I believe, here for no doubt for Indiana. He continues to be out.
Yeah, absolutely. I anticipated Halliburton not playing, so that just falls in line to my my train of thought on that anyway. I wasn't expecting him to play at all. Duarte, he's not even a factor into my handicapping, with this game. Since, the Hornets are at home, no Halliburton, I think they can get the outright win, but, I have to grab as many points as I can with this one, which is 2 in this case.
All right, we got Jovan here. Hornets +2 against the Pacers. This one have a start time at 7 p.m. Eastern time. All right, Jovan, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Print for tonight's action. We see the great results. 2,290 units of profit for 2023. It's all documented over at Pick Dogs. Maybe you can verify that by going to Jovan's handicapper page. Go down to Pick History. You'll see everything there. Of course, we do have 6 on the board from the NBA. We do have a CBI time change, move to prime time. What do you have going over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, it's Monday, so you know what that means. Time to get this money with my Money Bag Monday NBA step back splash with just one play on the board for me today. 6-game slate. Could have put in a couple on more premiums, but I just chose to go hard on this one. I'm loading up on this one, so for me it's a trifecta spot. So I'm gonna take it and run with it. Once you get that play and it hits, check out my 3-day, my 7-day, my 30-day, my yearly. Or match me on one of the other handicappers for the 2-for-1 capital promotion. You can't go wrong here at Sports Chat Plays and Pick Dogs. A lot of us that's hot. Let's get it.
Let's get it, guys. Got on board with Jovan Burts over at Pick Dogs. See the numbers here, nearly 2,300 units of profit for the year. He's got to play up tonight, step up, a back splasher from the NBA, but the long-term pass, the way he's rolling, get a 1-month all-sports pass cover for the entire tournament. We'll get you into the NBA play-in rounds, as well as the first 3 weeks of baseball, right? Baseball's 10 days away, guys. That's how we're ready to roll here. Pick is the promo code. You'll just at checkout, you'll save 15% off, right? Jovan, as always, great having you on the show. Continue that great success. Keep us up on your video series. What's going on with the parlay?
Oh, now I'm about to shoot something as soon as the segment's over, so it should be up tonight.
You got it, right from Jovan. So make sure you guys like, subscribe, set notifications. When that video drops, you get it right away before the line moves. All right, Jovan, have a great week. We'll catch up to you Friday.
Absolutely. Have a great night, win, and see you on Friday.
See you on Friday. Jovan Burts here on the drive-thru. Reminder, guys, you miss a pick. We're going to recap at the end of the show. Stay tuned for that. Let's continue on here on the drive-thru. Al Ninos is up next. Catch him over at Pick Dogs. Maybe frequent guest on the NBA Live show with Jay. We'll bring him in right now. Al, what's happening?
Yeah, it's been a couple of days, but it's good to be back on there. It's always fun to do those shows with Jay, and it's been a couple of times we've had the three-way with Wayne as well. That's always fun too.
Yeah, I see catch you there about 2 to 3 times a week there with Jay. That's pretty cool. I know you guys are working behind the curtain. I won't open the curtain because I don't think the curtain's open for me to see what's behind there. But I know you guys got some things working for a video series as things get tweaked out behind the scenes. But anyway, Al, you're looking at this one tonight. Warriors and Grizzlies. The Grizzlies here are going to be home favorites, but you're going to be looking at a player prop.
Yeah, as Mitch likes to say, we're always trying to do it bigger and better, and we're always brainstorming behind the scenes. But back to this game here, I'm going to be looking at a prop here. One I did mention and liked quite a lot on Jay's was Tyus Jones to go over his 7.5 assists. Now, they were expecting Morant back today. He's cleared to be back, but excuse me. But yeah, sorry. My bad. But anyways, sorry, wow. But still, yeah, they said conditioning, but I don't know. That sounds like a bogus excuse to me. I don't know what's up. So they expect him. They're saying now he'll be back for the next one. I sure hope he is. I mean, so don't want to get too much into the drama, but he's a great player. He was one of my favorite point guards in the league before that happened. And well, these Grizzlies have been pretty good without him, but they're definitely a better team with him on the court. But Tyus Jones really stepped up in his absence. He's coming off 2 double-doubles in a row. And I don't know. He's getting a plus 260, I believe, last time I checked on that double-double. If you want to take a shot on that, I believe it's live. But we'll be staying to the 7.5 assists for tonight. And just I think he's just in a great spot against the team that's given up the I mentioned this number earlier, 4th most assists to point guards in the league. So should have a big game and keep his teammates involved in this one.
All right, Al Ninos here over 7.5 assists here. Tyus Jones in this one tonight. Yeah, you look at Tyus, he has been getting the work done here, right? And that, against the Warriors, he's getting the minutes that he plays here. He's being productive, right? 30 minutes, and he's getting the assist down for him. Looking at his results here, last game here, 30-minute game, 14 assists, 42 minutes against the Spurs, got 10 assists. So he's making the most of his opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, and you'd expect him to. He's the backup point guard when Morant's around, and now he's picking up the slack. He's getting all the extra minutes, the extra opportunities, and as you said, making the most of it. And don't see any reason for him to slow down tonight against a team that can definitely be beat on the defensive end. I mean, not the best defense in the league.
Well, he came out of Duke, so he knows how to pass. You have to pass if you're going to play at Duke, right? First round pick, taken 24th.
And yes, Kyrie, I'm seeing him still questionable for this one, but again, oh no, he's in, right?
He's in, yeah, he's in.
But again, Kyrie is a great one of the best players in the league, but as well as Morant, not Jones. Don't get me wrong, I don't like Jones that much. I like the spot for him here, but Irving definitely not the best defender out there. So again, I expect Jones to have a pretty good game. Could also look at his points and assists over, but I'm just going to focus on the assists for tonight. I think that's where the matchup's pointing me.
All right, there we go with Al here. Tyus Jones over 7.5 assists. This one to have a start time, 8 Eastern time. All right, Al Ninos, let's take over at Pick Dog for tonight's action. As we said, a 6-game card from the NBA. 5 on the ice. There is a CBI in primetime, Milwaukee and Charlotte. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, unfortunately, my CBI didn't go too well earlier. They won, but couldn't get the cover for us. Still got a lot of action, though, tonight. Got 3 back in the NBA, 3 back in the NHL, a couple extra plays for everyone, the long-term passes, and again, pair me up with your other favorite capper for the 2-for-1 capper special as well.
That's right, guys. Get up over with Al Ninos. Look at the results here over the past 7 days. 1,184 units of profit. That is all documented over at Pick Dogs Premium. You can verify that. Just go to Al Ninos' handicapper page. Go down to Pick History. You can see all the plays there. They're verified there on the site. So get on board tonight with Al Ninos over at Pick Dogs Premium. And, of course, as he mentioned, he does have his NBA alley-oop up there, $15 premium pick. But consider the long-term pass, the 3, 7, or 30-day L Sports Pass. You get all of Al's premium plays for that period of time you select. When you go to his handicapper page and make that purchase, Pick is the promo code to save 15% off at checkout. All right, Al, it's always great having you show. We'll talk with you a bit later here on the recap.
Yeah, see you in a minute, Tom.
Got Al Ninos here on the drive-thru. Guys, speaking of the recap, if you missed a pick, we're going to recap at the end of the show. Let's continue on here on the drive-thru. Let's welcome in David Racey. Catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. Also contributes in writing to the sites. And he's also had a part of video series with his shorts as well. So he's very active here with Pick Dogs. So we'll bring him in right now. I think we're ready to roll here with David Racey. David is set to roll here. David, what's happening?
Not much, Tony. How are you?
Doing great. All right, here we go tonight to NHL. We've got Red Wings here to host the Panthers. Panthers favorites big, total 6.5.
Yeah, we got 2 teams headed in different directions in this one, but I like the over in this one. The Wings just gave up 5 goals to Colorado, and they've been pretty inconsistent this season on the defensive end. Their goaltending has been very good since they've bailed out the poor defense, but they're going to struggle against this Florida team. Florida is red hot on offense. They're scoring 3.5 goals per game. There's been a total of 36 goals in their last 4 games. They actually had 14 total goals in their game against Montreal 2 or 3 games ago. So they're red hot on offense. Detroit has shown some life on offense this year. Not really in their last 2 or 3 games, but over the last month or so, they've shown some signs, and Florida's defense is not great. So they should generate some scoring chances too, and I like this to go over the 6.5. When we're looking at some trends, the over is 7-2 in Florida's last 9 road games, and the over is 3-0-1 in Detroit's last 4 home games. So I like this to be a goal fest in this one, and I like the over.
All right, we got David here. Red Wings, Panthers over 6.5. Looking for a lot of goals here in the game. Of course, how does the playoff picture look to you here in the East?
It's exciting. It's not as exciting as it was maybe 2 weeks ago when there were all those teams within like 3 points of a wild card spot. A couple of those teams, with the Red Wings being one of them, have faded. But still a couple teams vying for that last spot. But it should be exciting. Playoff hockey is one of my favorite times of the year. You know, every night you got 3 or 4 games on, and nothing really creates an atmosphere like playoff hockey, in my opinion. You know, you got great fans, great games, very physical, lots of fights. So playoff hockey's nothing better than that.
Yeah, Florida down to the final 13 games of the season. It usually finishes the week before the NBA season is finished, so we're looking at just a couple more weeks before we get into the postseason. So these teams posturing. Of course, you are from, not mistaken, that area, right, Michigan?
Yeah. I am a big Wings fan. It's been very tough the last 10 years or so. We even when we do squeak into the playoffs, we usually met either a hot Boston team or a hot Tampa team, and we don't see too many postseason victories. But we're trending in the right direction, slowly, year by year, it seems.
Do you miss the Western Conference?
Well, I'll tell you what's nice is back, I was little, in the mid 2000s when the Wings were making all those playoff runs, and they'd be on the West Coast. The games would start at like 10 or 10:30, and my parents wouldn't let me stay up for them. So it's nice. Obviously, I'm older now, but it's nice with the games not as late anymore.
Yeah, it didn't make sense having a time in the Eastern time zone to play in a Western Conference. It seemed kind of weird to me. Tough to be a fan of. That's what I always wondered,
Yeah, and like I said, there'd be playoff games. It'd be Game 6, Game 7 of these playoff series, and I've always been a diehard Wings fan. My parents are like, "Hey, time for bed." And I'm like, "It's the second period, or it's the game's just starting," and it was brutal. But yeah, the Wings they've struggled recently, and I'm hoping Yzerman has them straightened out here soon. But we'll see.
Yeah, this is probably before a time. There was a time in the NHL where they would just basically group all the teams together. One would play 16. That was a time. Well, one would play.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Go back in history, and the way that newspapers would say how they really stand. So instead of showing you all the records by the division, they would just show the best teams, the worst team in the NHL, and then you could figure out the playoff matchups that way. There was a time at one time the Kings played the Rangers in a first round. They did that for a few years. They did that.
Oh, wow!
One time the Kings played the Rangers in the first year of the NHL. I'm thinking either late 70s, early 80s when they used to do that. Might have been when they did that.
That's crazy. I wish they'd go back to the 1 through 8. I don't really care for what they do now with the divisions. I think 1 through 8 is a little more fair, and then it changes the matchups too. Like if you look at the last couple of years, it's like the same teams playing each other because the same 2 or 3 teams are in the top of each division.
And I always think that you need to make it easier for the casual viewer and follower. And I think for the casual, it's hard for them to understand.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. It is, and it's interesting. But I just heard Bettman the other day said they're not looking at making any changes. So that squashes that dream, I guess.
Yeah. You usually don't see the major changes until the new commissioner comes in. Then they gather up more revenue and whatnot. They're just kind of like he's riding the sports betting wave right now. All of them are.
Right. Yeah, and it's weird because you'll hear the players are pretty outspoken about it. The players will say, "Hey, we want to go back to the old format." But so it's funny to hear the players say that and the commissioner say they're not even thinking about it. You'd think he'd at least throw them a bone and say, "Yeah, we're considering it." But
nope. He might say, "Hey, we might do what baseball does. You're going to play a series against every team this year." That's how they like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my goodness! All right, Red Wings Panthers over 6.5. This one to have a start time here of 7 Eastern time. All right, David, let's take a over at Pick Dodge for tonight's action. Of course, we've got NBA on the board. We got a 6-game card from the NBA. We also have, as well as NHL, 5 games. The one CBI game is moving to top of the hour here. What do you have going over at Pick Dodge Premium?
Yeah, actually, I do have a play in that CBI game, but I think I don't think it's available anymore because it was supposed to start at 6:30 originally. But I do have one NBA play up and one NHL play up. I am 66% in the NBA over the last 7 days, so been trending in the right direction there. So check it out. I love either play tonight, NHL or NBA. And like you said, long-term pass right now gets you into the baseball season, which is hard to believe. Even though it is sunny and 44 degrees here in Michigan, so it is starting to get to baseball season. But yeah, it's a great time to join either for a daily package or a long-term package.
That's right, guys. Get on board with David Racey over at Pick Dodge. Pick is the promo code. You'll save 15% off that long-term pass, 7-day pass, and that'll get you all of David's premium plays for 7 days, all the way until they whittle down this NCAA tournament to 4 teams, and of course all his NHL and NBA as well. All right, David, as always, great having you show. Have yourself a great evening, and we'll catch up with you again next week.
Awesome. Thanks for having me, Tony.
Got it. David Racey here on the drive-thru. Guys, reminder, you're going to miss a pick. We'll have the recap for you here in a second. Let's continue on here on a drive-thru. Time for Rod Zawacky. Catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. Been good to us here on the drive-thru with his plays. So we'll bring him in right now. He's been on absolute fire. He's been visiting the leaderboards here. Let's see if we can get him in right now. I think we're ready to roll here with Rod Zawacky. Rod, what's going on?
Not too much, buddy. Enjoying my Monday. Weather's nice out. Took the dogs for a nice walk. Watched a little bit of this CBI early college action. I gave it to Eastern Kentucky on the morning show. So
Yeah, so the Colonels.
Right.
The Colonels.
So yeah, the Colonels. Yeah. So I was like, what the heck? Little DGen Monday. I had a rough day yesterday. Let's start off with trying to get ourselves a winner. So I did bounce back. I was on the other side of the Gonzaga debacle at the end. Yesterday. Crazy. Like I said on the morning show, I thought they were going to that the Gonzaga guy was going to give the guy a high five after he made the three. I was like, it sure looked like he was all like, yeah, good job. I thought he was going to.
No. Hey, I know you like. What do you think about that Gonzaga UCLA game?
Right, that's going to be a barn burner here. UCLA got him last year, so if you look, UCLA has got him a couple times, I think. And I don't know, does Gonzaga have a circle? I'm thinking they have a circle and they come back and get the win. That's what I'm cheering for. But that's a tough road. Like I said, I think I said all the way from the beginning, they got to get through UCLA to get there. And here it is.
There it is. This is the matchup we waited for.
The bookmakers got it right where it is. What is it? -2. They moved up to -2, I think, earlier today, and I think it's sitting right there. And it's going to come down to who's got the ball last.
Yep.
Right at the end. Burner right down to the wires.
We won't have any crying like Adam Morrison, will we?
No.
I think that way he was crying about his upcoming NBA career. I think that's what the tears were for.
Yeah, exactly, right?
All right, here we go tonight. Boy, this is a Warriors team. This is whenever you play a bad team, it's not a get well spot. It's just simply a spot. So whether they win this road game or not, it's just a spot, guys. Don't get excited because these are the Rockets here. Warriors at the Rockets here. Warriors lane 11, total 235.5.
Right, and I was on the Rockets yesterday too, and they were rolling right along. So back-to-back spot here for the Rockets. It's definitely a tough spot. You look, this Warriors team, sure, it is on the road, and we know all the numbers. They haven't been good on the road. It's been awful. Fade. Well, why is it at 11 then if they're so bad on the road? Because the books want you on the Rockets. They're like, yeah, come on, we know you want. Here you go. How many points do you want? It started at 10 and it skyrocketed. Now it's up at 11. Yeah, no. Not going to get me on no Rockets team. You look, Warriors averaging 121.3 game over their last three. Rockets only averaging 111 points a game over their last three. And the Warriors 4-1 ATS following a straight up loss of 20 or more points. And you look at the Rockets off of 0 days rest, 1-7 in their last 8 off of 0 days rest. They're also 7-18-1 following a straight up loss. Well, the Warriors have owned Houston this season. Look at the last two meetings. Definitely all went the Warriors' way and by more than this spread now. One was by 20, easily double digits, the Rockets, the last two meetings here. Warriors are 6-2-1 ATS in the last 9 versus Houston. I'm going to lay the points with the Warriors on the road or not. I think they come to play in this one and win by 15 or more.
All right. Rod's looking here for an absolute blowout here in this one here between the Warriors and the Rockets. Going to take a look here at these injury reports. Green is probable to play here for the Rockets. Sengun, the big man, the rim protector, he's out. Tate is out here for this Rockets team. But the key here is the rim protector. I know there's no rim protection in Houston, but I don't know what you would call a rim deflector or whatever. But whoever the guy that stands under the basket, I don't know if he does anything. But he's not there tonight for Houston. On the Warriors side, Iguodala, Jerome, Payton, Wiggins, just a supporting cast. Looney is still a question mark, but you got Curry, Thompson, DiVincenzo, Green in there. Here's something I pulled, Rod. I was looking at this game because I was like you, scratching my head, but I found something here. You talked about the Rockets and back-to-backs. I kind of looked at what happens to the Rockets when they're playing with rest disadvantage, right? They have rest disadvantage. Warriors, the rested team, the Rockets on the back-to-back, they have failed to cover all 4 of those spots. So when they've had, and you could just, I didn't see what the point spreads were, but they must have been huge because Rockets with the rest disadvantage, you know these lines were going to be huge against them, right?
Or huge against them, right? It's just when the Rockets are off rest, they just don't play very well, and it's like, and they didn't play very well yesterday either. Watching that game, it was like, ooh, you guys have kind of given up. You had the nice little run there where you had 3 wins and. You had 4-0-1 ATS, and And I think that's what people you remember that. That's what you remember. You watch the hey, the Rockets went rolling. I don't know. It didn't look like they were rolling against a Pelicans team on the road that usually hasn't been rolling. They rolled them yesterday. And now the Warriors are going to come in. Little bonus prop. Steph Curry's a ball hog. Take his under assists. I believe it's hit in 5 straight games. He's not going to pass the ball. He's going to take threes all day long. I also love his over threes. I think it's at 4.5 or something. I think he goes off tonight. He holds that ball and shoots away.
There you go. I saw them flash here. I think there's only going to be one St. Francis next year. Is that right? St. Francis eliminated their sport athletic department. St. Francis, New York. We'll see. That's something that's just popping up there. We said we were going to have fun with that anymore.
What?
Yeah, that just flashed.
Like both St. Francis's, though. Then we know who's.
It's going to be PA now.
St. Francis is going to win.
St. Francis NY is. Yeah, that's what it said here on my ticker here. I'm looking at that. What? We're not going to have new St. Francis against St. Francis this year. Anyway, we got Rod here. Warriors lay 11 against the Rockets. This one have a start time here, 8 Eastern time. All right, Rod, let's take a look over at Pick Dodge for tonight's action showing results. Good results over the past 30 days. 6 on the board from the NBA. We have 5 here from from NHL. We still have a game tipping off here in just minutes here. CBI, what do you have going over at Pick Dodge Premium?
And for me over Pick Dodge Premium, it's Money Monday triple. You can get 2 plays in tonight's NBA action and 1 play I got on the ice. Head on over, scoop it up. You get all 3 plays, $40 over at Pick Dodge Premium, or grab the rest of the week. You get everything going in the Sweet 16 on Thursday, Friday, and you got the weekend's action. Loaded card this weekend hockey, loaded card in NBA. Grab that week pass. Save you from my packages daily. My week pass is about 100 and something bucks, and definitely we'll make that back tonight. Because I definitely bounced back. I had a bad day yesterday, and the last 2 times I've had a rough day, I've followed it up with great days. So it's definitely bounce back Monday. So jump aboard as we pound the bookies to start the week.
Pound the bookies indeed with Zawacky over at Pick Dodge. Good results last 30 days. Get that 1 week pass. It is pick the promo code to save 15% off. All right, Rod, as always, great having you show. We'll talk with you again tomorrow, but we want to let everybody know about your video series. We catch you in the mornings every day at 10 a.m. East time, and also the Puck Dog with you and Chris nailing those NHL videos.
Yeah, definitely check out tomorrow's tonight. We got a few hockey games going tonight. You can check out those Puck Dogs videos. Me and Chris definitely love doing those videos for you. We got a whole schwack tomorrow, loaded card tomorrow. I believe we got 13 NHL games on Tuesday night going. Those will be released shortly for you. And that Puck Dogs parlay has been money. It's like printing money there. We want to hit the last 4 of the last 5, I think. So definitely want to check that out. It'll be released soon. And definitely tune into the morning show. As you can see, Mitch is back home and where he's comfortable. And we love doing the morning show. It's always a good time. And the cars are just getting bigger and bigger as the week goes on. So definitely tune in that. Like, subscribe. That way you get notified when all that content is released. And I heard that Jovan's back with his parlay too. So definitely like, subscribe, and you get notified when all that content is released. And you can get on board with everybody. Get the best line, best number. Definitely tune in. Appreciate everybody here at Pick Dogs, the Pick Dogs family.
Indeed. All right, have yourself a great night. We'll catch up again tomorrow.
You too, Tony. Good luck with your bets. I've seen you've been up there doing pretty good. So pair me up with this guy. He's been rolling right along too. So make you some money. Have a good one, Tony. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. See everybody else tomorrow morning.
Exactly. Catch them in the morning, 10 a.m. Eastern time here on the channel. Let's continue on. Guys, remember, if you missed a pick, we're going to recap at the end of the show. Al Ninos standing by to help me out. Let's just get to my pick tonight. Knicks and Wolves here at 7:40 Eastern time. We're going over the total here with this Knicks. This Knicks team is starting to score some points here. And the team was not the greatest defense. We can now upgrade the injury report here for Minnesota. We got Knicks. They've been clean all afternoon, all morning. They're still clean. Clean injury report. Everyone will go for the Knicks. Minnesota, just Edwards out. He's a big one. Edwards and Towns out, but we got Conley, Noel, McDaniels, Anderson, Gobert in. Anderson in here for Minnesota, so we're going over the total. Matter of fact, let me see if this line has moved because of all these. It's still about 228 at the sharpest book in the world, 227.5. Both teams really have been trending under. You look at New York, they've won, 6 of their past 7 at home, 49% shooting, averaging 125 points per 100 possessions. The Timberwolves' defensive form on this trip has just been bad. You know what? They might get $120. They might get $128 on this Timberwolves team. the way the Knicks are shooting them out. We may just need 100 points from Minnesota, the way this Knicks offense is clicking right now. So we're going to go over the total, over 227.5 with this T-Wolves and Knicks game tonight, as it's only 2 out for Minnesota: Edwards and Towns, Gobert, Anderson, Daniels, Noel, Conley in. And, of course, we got the Knicks with a clean injury report. That's the way to roll here for tonight's action. All right, guys, check out Pick Dogs. I got it. Hey, my $15 premium play has been really hitting, guys. I've been doing great with that one. Have it up from the NBA tonight. Get on board with it right now. Use that from, of course, you can get my longer-term pass, 3, 7, or 30-day all-sports pass. You get all my premium plays for that time period you select. When you go to my handicapper page and make that purchase, you can match me up with one of their favorite cappers, with Rod, with Brian, James, Jay, Brad, Jovan, Al Ninos, David, Racey, you name it. The 2-for-1 capper promotion is your best value over at Pick Dogs Premium. Use the promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save 15% off. Let's get to the recap. Al Ninos to help us out. Brian got us started. LA Kings -110 here against the Flames. James was here on the Sacramento Kings, laid the 6.5 here against the Jazz. Jay was on the Bulls, +8.5 against the Sixers. Brad, Avalanche, the puck line, laid the goal-and-a-half, -165 against the Blackhawks. Jovan, Hornets, +2 against the Pacers. El Ninos, Tyus Jones, over 7.5 assists. David, Racey, Red Wings, Panthers, over 6.5. Rod was on the Warriors, laid the 11 against the Rockets. I'll be on T-Wolves, Knicks, over 227.5. All right, El Ninos, other than your pick, which one do you like the best?
Well, we kind of argued at the end of the show. I can't remember if it was Wayne or Jay said not everybody can parlay props. So my next best pick was the Hornets. So I got to go with that one, I guess.
All right, he likes the Hornets there. You know, I kind of like that LA Kings play from Brian. LA Kings -110 against the Flames. Just like the way they're playing defense right now. That'll be the one I like the most here. All right, that's going to do it here for this edition here of the Drive-Thru, guys. Make sure you tune in again tomorrow live here at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll do it all over again, bringing our cappers here from Pick Dogs Sports Chat Place to give out their place here in prime time for the prime time games. We'll have a lot more here, coverage here. NBA will be 6 games, but we'll have about we'll have prime time games from the college basketball. We'll have 2 from the NIT. We'll have a couple from the CBI. The winners tonight from the CBI play tomorrow in the semis. So we'll have 4 college basketball games to pick from, 6 NBA, and we have a slew of games with 12 or 13 game card from the NHL. So a slew of games tonight. Also, World Baseball Classic. We'll have the final of that one. United States waiting to see who will play the winner of Mexico, Japan tonight. So we'll have a lot to go. I know that game will get a lot of it because the U.S. will be in action tonight, right? Whether it's U.S. Japan, U.S. Mexico, that will be a very high-profile game tomorrow for all the marbles. World Baseball Classic final tomorrow. The United States against the winner of tonight's game between Japan and Mexico. That will also be in prime time, and we'll see if someone has a premium for that, or not premium. Have a play for that. We'll accept the world. It's a World Baseball Classic. It's the final. We'll accept the pick if someone has a pick tomorrow. El Ninos will be on tomorrow. I know Rod has been looking at that series. Go ahead.
Now that you mention it, it might be hard to stay off a pick there, but yeah, I mean, definitely caught some of that. It's been fun, I'm missing my baseball, so who knows? Might have a pick there.
Yeah, it's gonna draw a lot of attention tomorrow, guys. Just to give you note to that, because I'm sure we'll have someone out there. We already got Shane or somebody already in Mexico coming in already on the game. So you can probably bet Mexico against anybody right now. So those are up there. But I'm sure we'll get someone with a pick. I'm going to put it on the write-up if somebody wants to add a World Baseball Classic. We'll take it. All right, guys. Reminder, tomorrow, we're back in tomorrow live here at 6 Eastern Time. We'll bring everybody in for a lot of cappers coming in here. Hope we'll have another full boat show again tomorrow. Remember, it always gets started at 10 a.m. each time. It's the morning show. We got Rod, we got Chris, we got Mitch. Also, Mitch's 7 picks in 5 minutes. The betting tools show, the Puck Dogs with Chris, and of course Ron giving out those NHL videos. Jay's Jam Session, every game on the board, NBA rundown with a pick, also comes back live at 4 p.m. each time just on this channel. You can check it out again here on our channel here. Also, we got Ron Romanelli, Bank Shot Breakdown. There are 4 games tomorrow in college hoops. That will be covered for you there. Also, Javon's Parlay video returns again tomorrow. Don't forget David Racey with his shorts video series. That's up and running. Brandon Mills UFC show, that will be determined at what day and time, so make sure you stay tuned to give you that information. So lots happening here on the channel. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, set notifications, be live on the show, get the plays in real time, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and also take part in the chat. Like everybody in the chat room tonight for your contributions as always. And we're gonna let you guys roll tonight. We're gonna bring in our crew from that show.